So, lads, today we're going to be talking about EuroBasket. We're going to be talking about EuroBasket right now and something that has been genuinely, a lot of people are talking about it, but a lot of people aren't. And I think this is extremely, extremely important because there's going to be teams getting a lot weaker. So, one thing for the Liberty is it looks like John Quell's injury is worse because Niara Sabli is not playing in EuroBasket. She's not playing EuroBasket. But if you're looking right here, um, Leonie Phoebish she's gone, and like the Liberty could beat the Fever, or the Fever need to beat the Liberty. If Caitlin Clark plays, the Liberty without John Quell and Phoebish, like you do, people guys do not understand how good Leo Phoebish is. Like she's going to be the primary defender on Caitlin Clark. They have two defenders that can guard Caitlin Clark. However, for some reason, backup center Kennedy Burke was guarding Caitlin Clark last time, and Stephanie White said, nah. Caitlin, go stand in that corner. We don't like Natasha Clouds on Kelsey Mitchell, but backup center Kennedy Burke's on Caitlin. Nah, we don't need you to do anything. She did the same when what's her name when Maya Caldwell was guarding her. Instead of letting Caitlin try to cook Maya Caldwell out of the pick and roll, when Maya Caldwell guarded her, it was like, nah. Ryan Howard, Caitlin, try to go at Ryan Howard, who's a great defender. Oh, they put a bad defender on you? Nah, no. Caitlin, go stand in the corner. But oh, don't get me started on this coach. But yeah, like Leo Phoebish is so important to this team because people don't understand when they go like the Liberty are like absolutely mauling teams, so it doesn't really matter for them. It doesn't really matter her right now. Like she hasn't been great this season. If you look at just the box scores, but in close games, like Phoebish being out of that Fever game is a big reason it was close. Like if you guys don't understand in big games what the Liberty do with Leo Phoebish, they just put her on the other team's best player. Like if Caitlin, they started her on Caitlin against the Fever, but it was like she would have come in, guarded Caitlin. If Kelsey Mitchell started cooking, she switches on to Kelsey Mitchell. Maybe not Aaliyah Boston, but what they would have done probably was put her at the, if John Quell is on the floor or Stewie's on the floor, maybe they put her and Stewie in the pick and roll and just switch the pick and roll. Like people don't understand how important in close games Leo Phoebish is for this team. Like her and Alana Smith, I tweeted this out earlier, they are like the biggest examples of misevaluation in the WNBA. It's like Alana Smith is a 6'5" player who's leading the WNBA in blocks and shoots 40% from three. And like she's the best center, she's the best non-John Quell Jones and Aaliyah Boston center in the W. And I think there's an argument to be made over Aaliyah Boston. She's the best, she's her and Aaliyah are the two best non-John Quell Jones centers in the W. Won't even be an all-star. But Nyara Sabli withdrew. But Janelle Salone is gone. And I mean this. If the Fever lose to the Valkyries without Salon, without Temi, without Van Loo, and obviously they cut Linskins, but if they lose to the Valkyries without any of those players, Stephanie White needs to be fired. Like they cannot lose they cannot lose to Veronica Burton and Chechi, no Xander Lassini either. They cannot lose to Veronica Burton, Kayla Thornton, Letitia Amiher starting, and no center. I don't think they don't have a center. And freaking Monique Billings playing out of position. If the Fever lose to that team, like it is fireable offense. It is a genuine fireable offense. But like a lot of teams are losing players. Like the Sparks are losing Julie Alamont. So like look, Julie Alamont is somebody. Why is the WNBA not have to offer the players? She's making 60 grand. She probably makes $250,000 minimum to play for Fenerbahce. Like she's playing for the best team in Europe. Like EuroBasket term, which goes towards qualifying for the World Cup and Olympics, when American players stay with their overseas team instead of playing for Team USA in a tournament you can play. And that's the thing. That's the thing I'll say is that the WNBA does not care about these tournaments because America don't send their players to America. Like if the world, if the Olympics, because America play in the Olympics, they will cancel everything for the Olympics. But because America don't play in the Olympics, they just don't. Like it's the most American centric thing saying the WNBA can't allow this. I'm sorry, like international, like it's the biggest thing in basketball. And I understand that Americans don't understand this, playing for your national team is the biggest thing you can do. It does not matter. Like, that is the thing. It's like it is very rare that a player has not almost grown, that a player refused to play for the national team unless they've pretty much grown up in America, or that is like their highest goal. But for 95% of people, and a lot of people be like Malonga, but like Malonga doesn't really play for France. Like, Malonga is like third string center. Like, a Yayi plays over for France at times. And I don't know, I don't think Carla Late made the French team. And like Gabby Williams, obviously, for France, she's looking to win a championship. And again, as like, I'm not going to say she's not French, but like, grew up in the American system. WNBA was always the goal, not, playing for the French team. And at the same time, Gabby Williams literally didn't play in the WNBA last season until after the Olympics to play for the French national team. So can't hold that against her. But like, EuroBasket's huge. Like, Camila Cardoso stepping away from the Sky and Damiris Danta stepping away from the Fever for AmeriCup. To be expected. But like, Julie Alamon's gone. Jessica Shepard is gone. So that's a big one. Like, Jessica Shepard going is a really, really big one for the Lynx. Like, that changes a lot for the Lynx. The thing is that they brought in the Russian big, is it Klundakova? They brought in her as, like, obviously Russia are disqualified from every international competition, so she won't be on the EuroBasket. But that is a big one. But is there any other players that are out due to EuroBasket? Ty Harris is gone for the season. Julie Van Loo has stepped away, obviously, as I've said. But there's a lot of, like, not star players, but like, Jess Shepard is probably the best bench player in the WNBA. Like, if we're honest, she's probably the best bench player in the WNBA. So her stepping away to play for a country where, as far as I'm aware, she's just a naturalized citizen. As far as I'm aware, she's a naturalized player for Slovenia. The way the Lynx will let her do whatever she wants is insane. Well, they have her on a bargain contract, and she's the best bench player in the WNBA. That's smart. It's like, no teams can't. It's in the CBA. They're not allowed to tell players no. Like, it's in the CBA. They're not allowed to refuse a player to play for their national team. And I mean this when I say this. I have nothing against players if they don't want to play for their national team. But like, 95% of players that aren't American would rather win EuroBasket than win a WNBA championship. That is a fact. 95% of them. Like, Emma Messiman is literally a top 10 player in the world. And she won't even come over till after EuroBasket, because she's like, I want to focus on EuroBasket. That's all she cares about. She's a top 10 player in the world. She played on a team with Alyssa Thomas and Fee Collier and Kayla McBride, and she was the MVP. She played on a team this year with Kayla McBride, Ariel Atkins, Gabby Williams, Nyara Sably. She was the MVP. So, like, and she's focusing on that. But at the end of the day, look, it is what it is. EuroBasket is a 2-week tournament. They're going to be back around with the 5th of July. And you're going to be seeing a lot of good basketball playing EuroBasket. And I think it's a good thing to scout, because if you guys don't realize, there's going to be a lot of players very interested in coming over. We saw it with like an influx of players from all over the world. You've got Cameroonians in Akoa Makani. You've got a bunch of Australians that came in and tried to play, and even like you'll see in AmeriCup some players. But EuroBasket is going to be some elite players that are probably owned by WNBA franchises. So I think you're going to see a lot of teams towards the start of July cutting players. I think a lot of teams are going to cut players coming into July, because if they cut players in July, when they come back from EuroBasket, suddenly you can sign a maybe not starter level player, but an elite bench player for the minimum for half a season. I think it's going to happen quite a lot. But anyway, I'll see you guys.